start with the High Park fire burning northwest of Fort Collins. That fire growing in size since yesterday. It's now 59,500 acres, and some good news, it is now 50% contained. 2 heavy air tankers are working the fire today. 2 more are on standby. So officials say they are doing well on resources. 7 News reporter Amanda Costa is live at the command center. And Amanda, you're tracking the firefighting strategy so far.
And just within the last hour, firefighters updating this map here, outlining their strategy for fighting this wildfire. The smoke you can clearly see behind me, a sign that it's still going strong. We obtained video from the National Guard of firefighters on the front lines. We want to show you what they're facing, and the help we found is coming. A massive effort chasing the most destructive fire in state history. Firefighters protecting structures, establishing lines, chasing spot fires, all with little rest. 14 to 15 hours on the fire line, day after day.
And so day 10, 11, people are starting to get tired.
But help is on the way. Crews are being mobilized to replace firefighters now on the home stretch of their 14-day shift, working the High Park fire. A new rotation coming, while more than 1,700 people continue chasing progress.
And the firefighters see it, but when people look up the sky and see the big column of smoke, I know it's disheartening to them, but there is progress being made.
How much and how long the High Park wildfire burns hinges on the weather. The biggest challenge could also save the day.
Mother Nature puts out fires. Firefighters can steer it and protect things, but it needs to steer it around, but Mother Nature puts the fires out.
And that's why firefighters tell us they desperately need a change in weather. Until then, we'll continue to see this smoke filling the sky here. Firefighters telling us today that this will continue to burn through the summer and even into the fall until some serious rain starts falling. Reporting live in Larimer County, Amanda Costa, 7 News.
It'll be a long summer for those folks. Thanks, Amanda. And right now, more homeowners on alert to evacuate at a moment's notice. People living along Highway 14 from Pingree Park Road west to just past the Glen Echo Resort being told they are in the line of fire, and that includes a total of 95 new notifications. 7 News reporter Mary Conway continues our team coverage from the evacuation center. Mary?
And the meeting that they held here lasted about an hour, got over just about an hour ago. And the people that came out told us that they were feeling a little better about things. At least they're getting more information. But they say they're still out of their homes for quite a long time. In fact, some of the people that are out of Glacier View, they were evacuated last Thursday in the 12th filing. Apparently, they've been told they won't even get a chance to go up and take a look at things up there for at least another week because they're so concerned about these swirling winds. And the people we spoke with tell us that the waiting is the hardest.
Yeah, emotions are high. We would like to go home.
Scotty Williams is one of the hundreds who are evacuated. Scotty lived on Buckhorn on the southern edge of the fire. His mobile home was swept up in the inferno. Still, he worked to help his neighbors.
We were real fortunate. We had our dear friend Leona, next door neighbor. We managed to get her to come over with her cats and get her over to the property where I'm at. And we made sure she got out safe and sound before we did.
For the people who lost so much, the hardest part is being displaced. Diane Barger is at the Red Cross shelter. Her dog is at her son's. Her cats are at the Humane Society until she can make her way home.
You're out of your comfort zone, of course. The thing about it is that, everybody's displaced. My animals are displaced, and they're like my family.
And they say each day gets harder and harder to deal with. And it's interesting hearing from those two people. Scotty lost everything. He still wants to go back to the same area. But Diane did not. She's convinced that her home is still okay, but the roads are bad and the winds are still swirling near where she lived, and that's why she can't go back. But they're trying to keep everyone's spirits high, and that's the most important part, they say, at least right now. Live outside the Red Cross Evacuation Center, I'm Mary Conway, 7 News.
And we've been telling you about wildlife trying to escape the fire. Check out this young bull moose. People spotting him near a restaurant in Loveland. He seems very content munching on trees, happy to be away from the flames. Wildlife officials did move the moose to the Indian Peaks Wilderness.